Down the tubes.
Breaking the mic.
Good morning.
I broke my mic.
Good morning, everybody.
Just easily. I think I just broke my microphone.
It sounds like it's fucked.
Yeah, I just broke it. No, it's good now.
It's good. Good morning, listener. Good morning, dear listener.
Man,
It's morning time here in Griffith Observatory.
it's we're braving a flood warning, torrential downpour. It's a dangerous and life-threatening situation.
We're stuck here for a little bit.
We're basically news.
We're basically
at this point.
We're basically the news, and we'll tell you, and you can listen to this in 2 months maybe when it comes out.
Down the news,
and you'll know what was happening 2 months ago. Exactly what was happening at Griffith Park.
Down the news.
Down the news
This is a new segment.
Yeah,
type episode.
Welcome to the new segment. Down the news.
See,
Down the news.
What's good about using the front-facing camera? You're like, I kind of like the low quality, right?
Yeah, and you have to stare at yourself.
But then
we're
once
like
yeah,
we're just talking at each other through the camera instead of looking at each other.
Definitely
But
neither
that's
of us.
kind of what's nice is that I can see you at a comfortable angle. You know,
Yeah.
I can look right into your eyes without turning my head at all.
Well, also,
which I like.
when you go to clip it, it gets really bad too if you clip them. It's gonna be pretty hot.
No, it's warm at this point. What do you think?
Let me see this. Can you hear the sound of my mustache hairs scraping against the plastic lid? Listen close.
Yeah, I can also hear your lips parting. I heard your lips parting.
Oh man, it's a couple of coffee drinking bastards. I'm a cup of Joe guy.
How many stars would you give McDonald's? You're kind of a fan, right?
Well, I'd say stars are irrelevant because it's just the life. It's just waking up, going and getting the $1 cup of brew every day.
But just coffee alone.
You're asking. I'm breaking the mic again.
Oh, there's armrests too, by the way, in case you really, yeah. That's kind of nice, huh?
Have I just been like not recording audio through my broken mic up until now? That's not possible.
No,
it was sounding
because I
good.
can hear you.
Yeah. And you would notice. You wouldn't be able to hear me if my mic cut out.
No, I can hear it when it cuts out.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was.
If it breaks again, I'll just duct tape. Oh, it might
crack there. Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh boy.
What did you do?
Don't.
Because you clapped.
Just like hit it. Well, it's already a shitty cable or the mic's kind of broken.
Yeah.
Let me just duct tape it.
Yeah.
Can you just kind of hold it
This
down?
is where it really pays, not to be cheap.
But I wasn't cheap though. That's what's crazy.
saying.
That one's actually cheap.
I'm just saying that's why we give you all the Patreon money. Is so that you can like buy new cables for the show and stuff. I don't know why you weren't saving up for one XLR cable. I don't know why you didn't save the Patreon money for 3 months to buy one XLR cable.
Well, also that'd still be if I used.
I am honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed.
If I
Brendon.
used,
like I thought we were budgeting all this out pretty well.
oh man,
I mean, it's like what, $10 or something? You save that for 3 months, you get a pretty decent XLR cable, right?
no,
$30?
that's how much these cost. XLR
okay.
cables
well,
aren't
you need
cheap.
to save up for maybe. We've
If
been
I
doing this
go
for
to
a
Guitar
year.
Center,
Hey everybody, we've been doing this for a year. This is our year. This is our 1 year episode.
you just want
This
to
is our
poison
1
the
year.
well as hard as possible.
This is
You
our
just want
1
me
year.
to-
This is our 1 year anniversary episode, and Brendon could have been saving our
You wanna
Patreon
hit
money
me
for
with a
one whole
joke?
year.
You want to hit me with a joke that's like the one that's just the number one well poisoner. So like you're not using the money from the Patreon right that we don't make.
This is so crazy because usually I'm the one who can't take a joke, and I'm really sensitive.
I know.
And you're getting so sensitive about this joke.
I want to take it because I'm like, I should.
Yeah.
Do you know why I'm sensitive about it? It's because when you say that, I'm like, that is what I should have done.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. Who hurt you?
My nose
hurt
is
you?
whistling.
Who hurt you about cables?
Papa John.
Papa John.
What do you fucking
You
think,
call him
dude?
that? You call him Papa John?
No, but
Because he lets loose.
he did.
He lets it
I don't
rip.
know if I want to talk about that on here, but I almost
You call
told
him
you a
Papa
story.
John because he
That's-
lets it rip. The N-word. Does
He
your dad
doesn't.
make? Does your
he
dad make a
does
killer
your dad
pizza?
make N-word?
Does your dad
No,
make N-word?
No, he He doesn't make a killer pizza. He's not
No.
Paisan at all. We're like full
Well, it doesn't.
Anglo-Saxon.
That doesn't matter at this point. You can make a killer pizza.
No,
you know?
you could, but I'm saying that my dad
What
has
does your dad cook
You
up?
know, like that
How about
phrase,
this? What does your dad cook up? Lentils?
Just shit, dude. Why do you
Like
think I
fucking
can't cook?
lentils?
No, he makes like eggs and like he makes like what I make. He's like
Eggs? What do you mean eggs? Like what kind of egg?
scrambled eggs.
Huh.
I really got
That's a real bachelor. That's a real bachelor move.
Yes, dude,
Yeah.
because he was a bachelor
Yeah,
for
of
like my
course.
whole
Yeah.
fucking life. Yeah.
My dad too, but he's all about like the fixins. My dad likes to like make like an insane pancake breakfast.
Your dad likes the finer things.
Yeah, bacon and pancakes. So like an amount of pancakes that just make you feel sick, you know? Just like, okay, Dad, no, we don't need any more pancakes. You think that's gonna help?
I really do.
I think it's clear to everyone, you know,
Hello?
what the real problem is here.
What's that?
I'm just saying we get $5 a month.
Well, we don't.
I'm just saying
our
we get
Patreon's off.
we get
we
$5.
turned it off.
All I'm saying, Brendon, is you need to charge that one guy. And if we get $5 a month for 12 months, that's what, halfway to an XLR cable?
A good one.
Like halfway to a
Well,
good one.
I'm gonna get
and then you put a little bit of your personal money in there just for the pod.
The next day,
Because you know,
the next time I buy one,
we all make sacrifices.
I'm gonna get a hog. The next time I buy a XLR, I'm definitely going hog.
Pig nose.
Pig nose.
A pig nose hog.
I'm gonna get that hog brand.
A hog nose.
That
yeah.
you know it's good.
Yeah.
Hogue.
Hogue. Yeah.
Pig
Those are
nose
pretty
hog.
good, huh? Better than like a Hosa.
Better than a musician's. Yeah, Hosa's shit. I only get hog and monster.
Dude, I love Hosa.
I love all the cool shit like Zildjian, Hosa.
I love Sabian. I love Sabian cymbals.
Saibon. I just picked up a Saibon hi-hat that I'm
Yeah. It sounds great. Yep. So anyways, everybody, welcome to our 1-year anniversary episode. Jack, we have an announcement about Jack. He quit the podcast. He's moving to Wisconsin to become a milking boy and on a farm. Well, come on. I mean, I thought you'd come in on that one. You're just kind of...
I was letting you finish your out. You're like, he's moving to Wisconsin. He's moving to Wisconsin. You're out of ideas at this moment. You're like, to become a milking
There wasn't
boy,
that long of a pause.
A milking boy?
There's less of that. There's less of a pause right there. Yeah. So, what do you have?
Okay.
What do you have,
he's-
fuckface? Brendon and I both, we have to take...
we have to
Brendon
take
and I
bitch pills before we record.
Brendon and I, first of all, we missed our medication. We missed...
Yeah, we're off our meds.
We're out. Brendon and I went off our meds. We're stuck in Barnsdall Park or whatever this is. And we also both had to poop. We both have to... We both have to use the restroom, right?
What do you think
Isn't
about
that
this?
true?
It just occurred to me that the steering wheel and the shifter are in the shot.
Yeah, I mean, because we're in a car.
Yeah. Was there ever an angle that maybe wouldn't have... Now I'm poisoning it?
No, you should.
No,
That's good.
What's up with your headphone cord there? Wow, you braided it.
Yeah, I braided it
Because it was
up.
so long. That's
It's just
pretty
too
sweet.
long.
That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Is that good for it?
Is it good for the cable?
Yeah, to braid it up.
I don't care. I've had these headphones for too long.
Yeah.
I'm tired of looking.
Do you want to, after we're done recording, do you want to go down to...
Guitar Center?
Do you want to go get some big Bluetooth Bose?
Yeah.
$300-400?
That could be kind of fun.
Sony XM5s?
That could be kind of fun.
Do you want to get some Sony XM5s?
Do they have a Bose store?
A Bose, like a Bose outlet?
A Bose Depot?
Just testing the mic real quick. Yeah, do they have a
Bose
Bose Depot? Bose Depot discount.
Welcome to the Bose Depot.
Welcome to Bose Depot.
Buzz Depot.
Welcome to Buzz Depot.
Welcome to Buzz Depot. Yeah, I think we should go.
Welcome to Buzz Depot. I'm Mike.
We should go to Guitar Center.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Come all the way to LA just to go to Guitar Center.
Yeah.
LA Guitar Center's a different animal though.
Yeah, lots of bass
Wait,
amps.
have you been to Perfect
like
Circuit?
too many bass amps.
Have you been to Perfect Circuit?
No.
Dude.
I've heard about it. I've seen like the website.
You
They
got
have like a lot of stuff.
Well, they
Like
have
synths.
every synth. This isn't a good pod anymore, so I'll quit talking about this.
No
but
one wants to hear about this.
Wall to wall, every like crazy niche modular. It's a dangerous
they
place to
use
go.
like vintage stuff or no?
They don't. That's the one
Just
thing.
like a bunch of modular shit.
But what's interesting about it, I'll say, is that it's
it's not dangerous to me. I won't spend any money on that shit.
Right. For me,
it's really cool to look at.
Well, I couldn't. I say dangerous just because I go in there and I'm like, oh, I could use.
It's dangerous because you kind of feel like killing yourself after you leave.
Well, you feel like
I'm kind of like, how does anyone my age afford this fucking bullshit? You know?
Well, modular.
How does anyone our age afford a modular setup?
Modular's the one thing where I'm
Can you
like,
tell me that?
I can't get into it. Like it's like already to buy a synth. I'm like, wow, $500.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
It's just $500 for like the power supply.
Yeah. What the fuck?
For just like a rack power supply.
Like getting it because people will ask you that if you do keyboards and stuff. You know, they'll be like, do you want to do modular? And like, how would I do that?
You're like, oh, you think
how would I go about doing that?
Oh, so you think I'm just made out of money? You think I'm just fucking made out of money, huh?
I'm buying Behringer ripoffs.
Yeah,
I'm buying synths that Behringer makes, and then Moog is like, did you see that? Did you follow that drama? This is kind of hilarious.
Behringer made a Moog ripoff?
Well, the guy Moog who made that keyboard company, I think he's dead. Right, he's been dead a while,
probably.
But Behringer,
who cares?
Behringer basically started doing this thing where they were releasing so many synths and so many old school hardware because, like, you know,
they have like all those Roland knockoffs, and
right?
stuff.
They do knockoffs, like true knockoffs, where but you know, in my mind, they're cheaper.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. And also, basically, what happened is Behringer. I think they just
they're
it's
analog too, right?
Yes,
the ones that are
they're true analog, but also the boring part about it is that they just got their supply chain down so good.
I just want to say this is what happens when Jack is not on the pod.
We just talk
we
Behringer.
Immediately start going to we're just talking about Behringer synth.
Well, here's
products.
what I'll say, and because no one cares, and we've already every listener's gone.
They're all gone. Yeah.
Although, but then you say that, but then like, don't you think synths are kind of like a consumable? Like everyone's familiar with synths as like a cool thing now.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a big YouTube.
Everyone has one as like a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, I wonder how many people actually do know. But anyway, so Behringer started making, all the other companies were making redos of their old gear.
Yeah.
Then Behringer was like, fuck, why don't we just make redos of other people's old shit at a really good price point? And there was this sentiment of like, come on. So they started making ripoffs of Moogs, and I think it was like Moog's wife, like Moog's widow, maybe like wrote a letter that was like, the amount of disrespect that you would remake a fucking Moog Model D and you'd make a cheapo. Well, yeah, the Model D is like, I think it's one of theirs or something. But
I guess Moogs are like still made in the U.S.
But check this out.
They're made in like the South, I think.
Something like that. But just the fact they're models that Moog doesn't sell, but maybe they wanted to someday. But anyway, there was this sentiment. I think they published a thing where they're like, Behringer, you're being cringe. Okay, don't remake our shit.
They're trying to cancel Behringer.
They tried to cancel him. It's like the disrespect to be like to have a Chinese factory and buy a Moog and like disassemble it and reverse engineer it and re-release it. It's cringe.
Yeah.
But what's funny, but first of all,
Moogs are pretty simple, right?
It's also not the same, like they make a nicer
Moogs are also like
synth.
simple and suck, right?
But they make
it's not that. They probably didn't have to take it apart.
Well, here's what's funny to me
about
about
it worked.
Behringer or Perfect Circuit doesn't sell Behringer anymore. I bet you that's
really?
why. I think that's why.
Oh, that's really funny.
Because if you search,
so it is like a cancel. It's like a synth nerd canceling.
It's like a synth nerd cancel where they're like, I know, because it's kind of a Richie Rich too.
It's a total Richie Rich.
Because that's the idea. Is like,
why don't you just save up and buy a real
Moog? Yeah.
It's like, no,
that was the crazy thing.
I have to eat food and stuff. I guess
it's like but it's also not the same. Like I feel like anyone who's a synth nerd, it's like the same person who's gonna buy a Behringer would have bought the Moog if they could.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Like no one's like, someone might go like, I'm either going to buy a $500 or a $300 synth. Yeah. No one is going like, well, I could buy a $2,500 Moog.
Here's something interesting that I've realized about.
This is insane what we're doing, by the way. To go full Moog chat.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I love it though.
I just want to say one thing. I never see like DIY shows and stuff. I rarely see people with really expensive synth setups who are actual like practicing musicians.
That makes sense, right? The more expensive synths are going to sell less.
More, but no, I think it's also more that because I know they're around the area. I know that people use them, but they just play with them as like toys. People like collect those nice, like people build modular racks.
People that have money get into synths.
Yeah, they do.
That's what happens.
But they don't necessarily make.
They're not good at
good music.
No,
of course. Yeah.
I just think that there was like,
It's also like every single synth. Like if you look up a demo on YouTube, it's all just trash demos. Yes, it's like somebody that makes shit music.
This is an issue I've been having. Like I literally can't find like if there's a synth.
Or people use a synth in like the weirdest way. That's like I think or not like they don't utilize the capacity it actually has.
No.
A lot of times
the amount of like if you're because all hardware setups, hardware gear became a thing, big thing. Hardware synths. The amount of demos on YouTube of like men between 25 and 35 making like techno with all hardware, so like a drum machine and 2 synths. That's just shit. Sounds like shit. Yeah. It's incredible. It's wild, most of the videos. Trash demos. I can't believe it.
I would say a lot of I'm sure a lot of people, if you want to make something, you want to make actual music, you have a creative idea, the fastest way is just use a VST or a DAW, I mean.
Well, and that's why, and then so every once in a while, like I found this guy on Instagram.
Episode, basically.
People love music. Everyone who listens, everyone makes music now. Too, everyone makes music now.
Yeah, but what we're talking about is like even boring for somebody who makes music.
No, because they love hearing us like take it, like be catty, kick in the ass of the fucking take it to those boys. Well, wait, hold on.
People love to hear like two guys who are really jealous of people that have
are
modular
jealous
synths.
And poor.
Yeah, they're like jealous and poor and like can't afford one XLR cable. It's just like.
I'll tell you this though, I have a brain disease where definitely like. You know, it's self-feeding from the not being able to afford nice gear, but it's like I will use anything until it's broken and then a little bit after that.
Yeah. But that's also just if everyone did that, it would probably be a little bit of a better world. Maybe. I think so.
Well, these mics, for example, these are nice mics.
Everyone needs to get the best thing brand new
right away.
And fucking no one uses shit.
Well, let me just ask you, is this so bad? Okay, the duct tape on the mic and it's working fine.
Yeah.
Is that really so bad? We can't live with that?
You know, I mean, we figured this out.
Yeah, that's a little...
We need tinfoil to ground me, or I'm too grounded.
You were emitting energies. EMFs.
Well, it's because I channel energies.
Yeah. Well, wait, can you bring your bracelet out?
Yeah.
Can you kind of show that off to the camera close up?
Yeah, it's crystalline. It's a microcrystalline.
And what does that do? That keeps you balanced?
It's kind of like, a balancing act.
It's kind of like a balasan. What do you think of my hairdo right now? In the camera, what are you thinking about that?
Yeah, it's kind of like combed down.
Combed down and kind of parted in the middle. Like I look like Bad Santa.
Yeah. Oh, he does rock that, huh?
Yeah, I kind of look like a young Bad Santa.
Yeah.
I'm growing I got a buzz cut a couple months ago. Oh, gee, thanks.
You do. You look good.
Thank you.
It's a thick facial hair, beard going on. Your mustache, I can't even see your top lip.
Yeah, the mustache is going ham.
It's cute.
I'm going Stalin-esque on the mustache.
Your hair looks cute.
Well, what I was going to say was I definitely am going to need a haircut soon.
It's kind of fashionable right now. This is where like Sony.
Okay.
What?
No, just keep going. Tell me about me more.
You're so cute, and I like your jacket too.
I do like this jacket.
I noticed your watch went off today at like, what was that, like 2 p.m.?
Yeah, I think I set that for some type of nap attempt. I can't nap.
You thought you were going to nap. This morning you woke up and you thought, I'm going to nap.
No, I just haven't turned it off. I probably set that. That's kind of what I wanted to get 6 days ago.
Okay. I want to know how long that's been happening every day.
Ill.
I want to know.
I'm just kind of like
is
a mentally ill person.
Is that true? That's only 5 days, or would you say maybe it's
could be longer? I don't remember. No, because I knew that it wasn't on for a bit. What time did it go? You said it went off at 2?
I don't know. That would be a guess. No. It couldn't have been 2. Maybe like 1. I don't know. Whatever.
Let's pin it down. I guess I could check on my watch right now. I could check.
Yeah. Actually, you should. Maybe we could do an extended.
Do you want a mic at my watch? Yeah, it was for 1 p.m.
Oh, nice.
I'll turn that off right now, actually. Thanks for helping me get that done on the pod. Great. That's off. That couldn't have been a nap because I work. That doesn't make any sense.
I was kind of curious about it. It's kind of weird.
I could have turned it on accident.
Oh, maybe it's when you have to stop drinking coffee, or maybe it's when the last moment that you can start drinking.
I'd remember what the reason. If that were the reason, I'd remember that I set it for that. Yeah, I think for sure.
So what were you going to say about your hair? You're going to start gelling it? Can you hear me gloating?
Oh, shit. Well, now I'll say this for the viewer, and you know what we're talking about, folks. It's gone from hot to that temperature that's just above lukewarm.
Yeah.
And that's when you can suck down the coffee.
Yeah.
And you can really get it in.
It's like a little more bitter than it was before.
Yeah, it tastes a little worse.
It's now pretty acidic, kind of bitter.
No, my hair, so I'm growing it out from a buzz cut.
Yeah.
And whenever you grow out from a straight buzz cut, I kind of get to this point where I start to look like a medieval peasant.
Like you're saying right now?
Yeah, I'm reaching it now. Like
I
if I
guess I could
just
see
go
that.
because it's like flat and then flat here and then kind of getting bigger on the sides, like kind of mushrooming out, and I start to look like a knave.
I mean, wait, take the headphones.
No, I know.
Just pull the
You'll
headphone.
see what I'm talking about.
Let me see.
Wait. Putting the mic down.
Look me head on.
I have hat hair right now, so you can't really see.
It looks. I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
It's. I think it looks.
My hair.
It looks kind of like manic, like pixie.
Rubenesque. Just wrong.
No, I like this. I like this. You know.
What?
I like this. You have these kind of hairs here.
This part getting long?
No, like right in front of your ear. It's kind of a nice.
This guy honking at us? There's no way, right? I mean, what could
Should we honk back?
Don't tempt me with a good time. I was really enjoying that
Just
earlier.
beep it. Touch it.
Oh no, he's talking to his friend.
That's all.
It
the
is
more
funny
reason
that
to,
if
that's
you
all the more
honked, they
reason
would
to
just
honk.
look at us, just assuming we have something to say to him, and then we're just podcasting.
Well, we could honk and roll down the window.
Get him over here and say like, "Hey, what do you have to say
No,
about?"
just pretend that.
Just stare him down.
No, just don't look at him. Just keep podcasting. Anyways. Wow, huh?
This always happens. No, we're
Yeah.
having great energy right now.
Yeah.
We're having huge energy.
We're massive.
So
massive.
yeah, I delete my social media apps
Oh yeah,
every day.
I want to
all
talk
the
about
time.
this.
I've been doing it. I've been on a new social media regimen where
You delete them before bed.
right before I go to bed, I delete
Then
all
you
my
wake
social
up-
media apps.
Is it kind of a ritual to download
No.
them all?
No, the whole reason I delete
Wake
them
up in the morning and download.
that would be darker than just checking them in the morning.
Yeah.
No, then I don't reinstall them until maybe like noon at work.
How many apps?
Twitter, Instagram. That might be it.
I can't tell if you're
Tinder sometimes.
I can't tell if you're telling the truth right now.
I'm 100% serious because it works. Because I have like
But I guess
I'm trying to work on like impulse control.
Okay.
And
like-
one way I can do that for me,
Yeah.
like, okay, the way I quit smoking cigarettes was I just can't buy a pack. If I
Sure.
buy a pack, I will smoke it.
That's
That
kind
simple.
of the way to. That's how you have to quit.
Well,
essentially.
I guess I've always had this thought where I'm like, it'd be better if you
you're a
could not
pig.
do something. I'm a pig.
If you're a pig,
I'm
like
a pig.
us.
So like the problem for
Yeah.
me is if I have it, I will. So
Yeah, me too.
So my version of self-control.
The idea that like I could have a pack of cigarettes and it's like I'll just smoke it when I'm drunk is like no, you won't.
No.
No,
Well,
you're gonna
for
wake
me-
up. You're gonna wake up 2 days later. You're gonna be like,
One in the
yeah,
morning.
okay, I'll just start smoking again. I guess.
No, that fully happened to me.
Yeah.
Like when, like just, and it's random. I'll do that with Zyn. I'll like buy a tin
Yeah.
of Zyn, and I'm like, that was gone in 3 days.
It's crazy too because I kind of generally hate the experience of using it. I just
Yeah.
like the nicotine high.
Yeah,
So it's like I'm really like at least smoking I enjoy it. Zyn is just like it's kind of like a punishment.
smoking. I just know
Your
it's
lip
so bad,
hurts.
and I got enough going on that like I can't just be smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes. For me,
Yeah.
I just can't take it. So it's like I bought like one pack of Marlboro. Truly, what you're talking about. I bought one pack of Marlboros one night because we
Yeah.
went to a bar or something. Then the next day I have one. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
like next
yeah.
day I have
You're
one,
fully sober.
and then like
At this, you're
Yeah.
you're sober smoking.
when, and then like
But
at 5
hey,
p.m.
I just smoked one today.
But then the second day out, 1 in the morning, then like
Yeah.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
maybe hit one up. Soon it like the
you
the
eat a
rate,
meal, then you eat a meal, and you're like, cigarette sounds pretty good right now.
and then like cut to 5 days later, and I'm buying a second pack of
Yeah.
100s,
Yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
like, and we're fully and that and
Yeah.
it's and you go like, "Ugh."
I'm on that track right now.
Yeah.
Where I like bought these because I was drinking 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
And now I'm smoking just sober during the day.
Yeah.
A few times a day.
you got to stop it.
Yeah.
But see, so for me, since I'm a pig, right?
Yeah.
I can't just now keep.
I say that as a fellow pig.
So
We're
what I
both
have
pigs.
to do is I have to just go. Just don't
Pigs
buy
at-
them again.
pigs at the
Let it
trough.
run out.
Yeah.
Let it run
Yeah,
out.
you have to.
Just let it run out and don't go again.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting because I feel like I do have this kind of thought where I'm like, someday true self-control
Yeah.
would be the ability to have self-control, right?
Right.
Like to have it and not do it.
Yeah.
But
You have a
as
whole
a
carton of
pig-
cigarettes and not smoke one of them until you
Or some sort of moderation, you know? But like,
no, I'm thinking like a whole carton.
Just in my car.
And you don't smoke it ever.
Handing them out to kids on the street.
Something like that, maybe.
Hey, buddy.
Well, that seems like a lack of self-control in another way.
Why?
That seems like that's something you want to do, is you want to hand out cigarettes to children.
Well, I just think I would have enjoyed that.
Why are you trying to like bring them in to
where?
Yeah, like
no.
You're trying
I'm
to
leaning
like,
out
make
the car.
friends with them?
Yeah, I like to be sort of liked about town.
Yeah, by children.
I like to be like...
That's pretty normal, I guess, for most adult men.
When they talk about like...
It's like you want to be liked by all the children that live around you.
Well,
and stuff.
yeah, because then they'll be loyal to me. I can form a sort of child army.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Think about this. Think about if you were in a public square and someone wronged you.
That is just true, actually, that you could form a child army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like kids who are loyal to me, and then like if someone wronged me, just go like sick them. And then like a bunch of little kids kind of bust out from like piles of leaves that they were hiding in, and they have weaponry. They can kind of all assemble and take down my enemies.
Yeah. They like sharpen butter knives.
And I just stand there with my arms crossed. Because the genius is
they have like those scissors that are like dull, like they're like round on the end.
Safety?
Yeah, but they have sharpened
scissors?
them to be sharp again.
And now it's kind of sounding like Codename Kids Next Door at this point, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that cartoon. They had like big baggy clothes.
Yeah. It was sick, actually.
The leader was bald. It was kind of weird. He looked like Moby or something.
What's up with the sort of bald kids in cartoons conspiracy? You got Caillou.
I don't know.
Charlie Brown.
It might be alopecia awareness or something.
It could be alopecia awareness they never talked about.
It could be just that they're trying to spread alopecia awareness.
But passively. Like never talk about it, but just have them have it.
Well, why would you ever bring it up about number one? You know,
I guess
because
like if it's awareness.
But also just
if you're making a show and the idea is awareness.
The kids next door are all his capos, right? And his like he's the boss.
You say capo.
Whatever. Capo.
It's Italian, right?
When you say a guitar, though, it's a capo.
We should look this up later. I don't think anyone will be offended because it would be an accident. But there's like a Jewish, like an intra-Jewish slur that is spelled like K-A-P-O. I think that means like it's the name of the Jews that helped the Nazis. Like there were certain...
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah,
They're like that.
Anyways, what I was trying to say is they're all his underlings. He's the boss. They're not going to be like, how's your alopecia? Are you okay? Are you, you know?
Well, yeah.
And he's like, no, I never have hair.
But
he has no hair too.
But in Sopranos,
he does have those sunglasses that are like gecko sunglasses.
Yeah, he has black gecko sunglasses.
He
has like Sobe Lifewater style sunglasses.
It's so cool too. How their shirts are like puffy. Like the sleeves look like thick and like bagged out.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool style in retrospect.
Yeah. It's so nice to look back on it on Kids Next Door. Hey, you know what I just thought of?
I played the flash
this up, and we could get some lighting. Is that better lighting or worse?
It's kind of just neutral. Both are bad. Well, wait. Actually, let's see.
Fuck it. No, just you want half? Ooh, you look pretty good now. You're nicely lit.
Yeah, I think open it up fully. It's nice for us too. Like hit the Huberman, get the vitamin D in our eyes.
Yeah. The Huberman?
Yeah, I think Jack and I just talked about this
Huberman
in the last
cycle?
episode. Well, Huberman is this guy who's, I'm sure the CIA decided to make his YouTube videos popular or something because it's like one of those guys that's just suddenly everywhere.
Yeah.
But he's like you haven't seen this guy on YouTube?
No.
He's like he's like Jocko Willink, but like him being smart is kind of the point.
Oh, okay. He's like a nerdy Jocko.
Yeah, like he definitely looks like a Jocko, but I think he was like a professor at Stanford.
Like beefed up?
He is beefed.
Okay.
He's beefed. And he doesn't talk about his like personal life at all. He's an interesting guy. You should check him out. But anyway,
What's his
name?
Huberman?
Dr. Andrew Huberman.
Okay.
He's been on a podcast with Tim Ferriss, so that gives you some kind of idea.
Okay, cool.
But one of his things that he's got everybody doing, including me, because I'll just see it. Jack and I discussed this last time, how like someone like that will watch and be like, what a fucking maroon, and then just do everything he says anyways, just to kind of try it out.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, oh, you got to get like sunlight in your eyes right after you wake up. Like what you should do is like right when you wake up, kind of get outside, get like 10 minutes. No, not staring into the sun. Here's what's funny. I saw someone on Twitter.
Hubermaning.
Ich bin ein Hubermanner. He well, he
You
says
just can't see anything.
he's
Help
you
me
just
back
get-
inside.
you get black blind spots in the
Honey,
center
help
of
me-
your eyes
honey,
right
help
away.
me back inside. I've Huberman.
Honey.
It's too long.
Honey, I watched a YouTube and now I'm blind in the center of my eye. Both
I think
eyes.
it will go away in some minutes. I think my vision will return in some minutes, honey.
Well, he says that you need vitamin D right when you wake up. Just clearing a hairball. He wants you when you get up, go outside, get the sunlight, because he's saying you get the Vit D and like that's good for your circadian rhythm. What I like to do is I like to get that 10 minutes of sunlight, but then like 6 or 7 hours into my day and kind of really keep it fucked up. This is the sleep cycle.
Wait, you're saying you hit it in the morning?
No, I'm
run
saying that's what he
outside.
says to do. That's what he says to do?
Yeah.
I like to kind of play it different. I like to stay in my room, curtains drawn. And then
So
kind of
don't do
look
it
at,
all what he's saying,
look at
kinda.
sunlight around 1 p.m. And then kind of go, oh, okay, shot. Day's shot. That's fine. I've been trying to like sleep well, like actively trying to make my sleep better for maybe 6 or 7 months. I just can't do
You haven't
it.
gotten anything?
No, the problem I have, this is why I'm reducing the caffeine. I just have this problem where like, doesn't seem to matter how long or how little I sleep. It doesn't seem to make me feel well rested. So something is wrong with the quality of my sleep. Here's what's weird though. I discovered this recently. So part of that, I was like really trying to get like 8 hours of sleep a night.
Always? You sleep in one position?
I don't know. I think I toss it. Well, I also think that, so I don't remember my dreams a lot. And I've started, well, okay, let me back it up here. Okay. So I was like trying very hard to sleep like 8 hours a night or like 7.5 hours a night. But have you ever heard that whole thing about how like it's really important also to wake up at the right point in your sleep cycle to feel well rested?
Yeah.
So I've started sleeping less, but I noticed that I feel better. So I reduced that by like 1 hour. So now I don't get into bed 8 hours before I want to wake up. I get in 7. And I've been feeling more well rested. And I think what it is that is placing me more in the cycle because I've been remembering my dreams more, which I like never do. But here's the thing, guy like me, like a pig, like an anxious pig, an anxious pig, what you find out is that like when you start remembering your dreams, they're like all stress dreams.
Yeah.
And I don't even
know what?
that.
I recently had this happen to me because I don't remember my dreams and I haven't for like 10 plus
And then
years.
when you start doing
I had
it,
none of them. Every single one of them was like, I'm operating like some heavy equipment and someone's screaming at me. Every single one. Some psycho that I'm working for is like trying to talk to me about Nas. Just trying to talk to me about Illmatic. You heard Illmatic? Fuck, bro, it's fucking shit. Shit's so sick, bro. Anyways, I need you to dig the keyway. And I'm like,
do you want to just
shitting
tell
myself.
the people about this guy?
I'm shitting myself. Well, the stress dreams are exactly like working for him. So it's all kind of.
He's asking you to do heavy machinery tasks that you don't know how to do.
I don't know how to do. He called me that morning and he needs me to do it. You know, it never even happens because everything's so disorganized that I'm stressing out for 2 days about digging a keyway on some wet dirt in a Mini X.
Mini X.
Mini X.
How big is a Mini X?
They're tiny. But you could flip and kill yourself.
But how many? It's like, is it the size of like one of those like red and yellow cars for toddlers? Or bigger than that?
I think they're like as wide as this car and shorter.
Oh, okay. So for the people
And
at home, that's...
excavator, like it can turn on it's got tracks.
Yeah.
And then it can turn like infinitely.
So as big as this car? Like a CRV?
No, as wide as a car maybe.
Oh, okay, but
like,
shorter?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so.
That sounds kind of fun to rip
They're pretty
around
small.
Yeah.
They're pretty small. But I don't know. It's just there's not much to say. It's just working for a psycho.
Yeah. Well, this morning,
but
when
I have had stress dreams, a lot of stress dreams. And I started remembering my dreams all of a sudden, right as I started using Flonase a lot.
Right.
Because I've had this persistent.
You're getting like Flonase
sinus.
ayahuasca visions?
I was looking it up. I was like, because the only thing I could think is that like I started regularly using Flonase because I keep getting this like sinus pressure. The doctor told me like, no, you don't have an infection. Just use Flonase. I've been using Flonase for like a month.
It's addictive.
Yeah, I know.
It's like highly addictive.
Well, it's your body becomes dependent on it, and now I'm dependent.
Right, not addictive. Sorry, your body just becomes dependent on it.
Yeah, It's just physical. Yeah, it's not
just
addiction.
physical,
It's just
it's
physical
chemical
dependence.
dependence.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. But anyways, if I go 2 days without using Flonase, I'll start to get like bubbling, like feeling in my ear.
Whoa.
I'm like, okay, time to dose up again.
Time to shoot Flonase.
I don't think Flonase has an effect on. I couldn't find anything online about it, but I've been having stress dreams. Like I suddenly started remembering my dreams, and it's just like 100% stress dreams.
Let me just ask you this: don't you think that Flonase
And
could
also,
be a
my sleep has
stimulant?
been suffering because I like to just
I think
go
it's a
in and come
stimulant.
out.
I think it's a stimulant. Right?
Yeah,
Isn't the way
I'm-
things like that work? They
no,
like,
it's a
that's
steroid.
why.
Flonase is a steroid.
But aren't I'm not a medical professional.
Yeah.
I'll look this up later. But don't steroids have a stimulating effect? Like that's why they open the shit up and everything?
Well, no, because some of those like decongestants are like what they use to make meth. I forget what that one's called.
Sudafed.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Sudafed is an amphetamine of some sort, I think.
Okay.
That's an
Sudafedrin.
actual stimulant. Flonase is a steroid, but also, I mean, when people
are you
do
shooting
steroids,
well, let me ask you this as a non-doctor. When you do Flonase and you kind of stick it up your nose,
Yeah.
are you squirting a little bit in your brain at the same time, but they've just decided it's an okay amount to squirt in your brain? Is that possible?
you mean you
Like,
think
you go
I'm
like
getting
this?
some going straight to brain?
You go,
Yeah.
and it goes up your nasal passageway, and then a little bit of the mist just goes straight into your fucking brain
I
organ.
don't even like to think about that.
What's
I
also
don't
not true. I mean, the brain case is
I know
separated
that.
from that.
I don't even like to, what I'm saying is I don't like to think about
How it's
that I have
missed.
to spray it into my, I don't even like to think about my
I
sinuses.
think thinking about the sinus
Sinuses
is
are-
deeply
are
disturbing.
fucked.
The fact that there's
'Cause they're
cavities
back there,
in the face is
they're back there, they can get infected.
well, it's
They
like,
might be infected and your
why do
doctor's
you need
just
that
like,
much
use
room?
Flonase.
Why
Yeah.
do you need that much room in your face?
Yeah.
It's like I don't need that.
I had my high school anatomy teacher, she had no sinuses.
She
Explain
lied to you
me
guys?
that. She told us she had no sinus
Is it
cavities.
possible she was like an idiot? Like someone
Fully
she
possible.
like she
That's fully
misunderstood.
possible.
Like a doctor
I mean,
told her
she
something.
was, to some extent, she was an idiot, I would say.
I like the idea that
Like
her doctor
socially
told
she
her
was an
something
idiot. She's socially very strange.
that she just misinterpreted, and then she just walked around telling people this
she
totally
taught, she just
untrue
taught
thing.
me human anatomy. Do you believe that? I've never heard of anyone not having sinuses.
That's why I'm saying I don't think that's true. I feel like you'd be fucked up if you had no sinuses.
You
right?
think
'Cause
she
there's
just
got a
like
certain
doesn't smell
purpose.
anything? There's got to be like some.
I'm saying it makes no sense at all. Because doesn't the air you breathe through your nose go through your sinus?
Yeah, but she goes straight. It goes.
She's like, but isn't she going like?
She was pretty strange.
Breathing like
She was
that every
pretty
day?
strange. She was pretty strange.
Well, I guess that almost makes sense.
forget her
Maybe
name.
then no sinuses was making her act
I forget her name,
strange.
otherwise I'd shout her out. Full name.
Yo, Miss Lemon Thrope, you're a real one.
Miss Lemon Throat.
Lemon Thrope.
Lemon Throat. That's a crazy name.
It can be Lemon Throat if you want. Lemon Throat. Kind of just a little shit noise on that one. Hey, brother, it sounds the same going in as it sounds coming out. Sorry, I have no sinuses. Man, I always hate that one guy on the job site with no sinuses.
Yeah.
He's always going like...
He's always having trouble breathing and shit.
Well, once he laughs, he's like suffocating anytime he laughs.
Yeah.
I've been getting... Wait, this is
She
a
would
good
still
health
have a
thing.
sinus passage probably to her mouth, right? She just doesn't have the cavities. She just has like tubes.
But what? So what? She's freaking at. She's like a genetic freakazoid with this totally insane.
With the information I've been given, that's all I can. That's all I can imagine. I mean, how is
it
someone
just
born
seems to
just
me
without
so
them?
specific.
Everything else is pretty
Sam,
normal.
Yeah,
no
you're
sinuses.
I'm doubting her.
Yeah.
We're both doubting her story.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is it's hard for me to believe someone would have no sinuses, and that's the only problem they got.
Yeah.
That's hard for me to believe.
Well, I will say one thing about her. She kind of seemed like, when somebody you kind of think like, this is kind of a Men in Black. This is kind of a Men in Black
Kind of
moment.
alien in a human suit. This is kind of a sugar
Little
water
bit,
type
you know?
individual.
She definitely was a sugar water
She
individual.
might be hitting the sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar water.
Like to where it was like,
That guy had no sinuses. That's true. That actor. That's the only other person I've heard of. That's
Yeah,
why
right.
he talked like that in Men in Black.
right. Yeah. Shout out to that guy. What's his name?
Peter
David DePape.
Peter DePape.
No, she seemed like, Jack probably had her too.
Mm-hmm.
I would wonder if Jack
had her. That young, it's kind of sad for him.
Jack had her as a teacher.
I'll have to unpack that.
Jack had her as a teacher. I wonder if Jack would agree that she seemed like maybe she was an alien
kind of
hiding out.
So.
But if you're an alien hiding out and you're like, yeah, actually, I don't have this organ. I don't have organs. And it's like, okay.
You let it slip on accident.
Yeah,
you're like, I don't have a sinus.
Fuck.
And they're like, you don't? You're like, yeah, because I was just born that way.
Yeah, I'm not an insect in a human suit. I'm not a large insect in a human suit. Right?
But all they don't have is a
She's
sinus.
An insect.
She's an insect, this lady.
Oh, that's weird. I thought I saw a little small dog over there.
I did
I'm in
fully
the
hallucinate. I did hallucinate the other day.
Well, I'm in like the hallucinatory zone of McDonald's coffee.
Well, check this out, Sam. I've got a couple
so jittery. I am so jittery.
I've had some health issues.
This coffee is kind of high powered.
I'm in an anxious hypochondriac zone, definitely, these past couple months.
Yeah.
And one thing but there's also real stuff.
About that?
No.
Okay.
No, I do.
Yeah, that's a joke. Come on. What's up?
No. Well, the other day I was just sitting at my desk working on my computer, and I thought I saw Sybil walk past my leg.
Yeah.
Looked down, nothing there. Like I thought I saw my mostly black cat just walk past. That's a normal hallucination.
That's like a phantom.
But I really thought I saw it.
Yeah. But cats are kind of like that, right?
Like she could have just been really fast.
Well, they're so cool. She could have been so fast.
She could have been really fast. She just didn't seem to be anywhere in the zone. But
no, they're stalkers. They can quietly sneak in.
Oh, we never got to. I want to tell you this. So the
they
stress
can quietly
dreams.
Sneak in and.
So I'm always like, I don't remember my dreams. And then now I've my sleep's improved because I'm waking up probably. Because I think you're supposed to wake up during your dream. I think that makes sense because you're the most like you're awake.
Right.
I think.
Like it's when the dream becomes unbearable, the stress level is so high that you wake up sweating and like your heart is pounding.
Well, I'm not a medical professional.
That's the best way to wake up, right?
No, that's not. But what I'm saying is I think why
like
it's
5
normal
a.m. and then you can't go back to sleep.
Why most people remember their dreams is because I think they're waking up in the cycle properly where it's like you're dreaming and then your eyes you come out of the dream. Maybe.
Yeah.
But now that I'm doing that, I'm kind of remembering my dreams more. Yeah, they're all stress dreams. And this morning, Sam, I immediately forgot what it was, but my alarm came on during a stress dream, and all I know is that I jumped out of bed. Full panic.
Oh, that's awful.
Not even panic in bed. This morning I went, I had to get up.
Yeah.
I was walking around and stuff. I don't know what it was.
Awful.
I should start writing them down because some of them are like...
You should try and not have dreams.
No, because I think I'm like figuring stuff out in them. Possibly.
Oh, this tattoo is almost done.
Oh, cool. Well, we can end it there. A lot of good ground covered in this one.
There's still some more time to go, I think.
Okay.
But
we can go a couple of minutes.
It's 80% done.
Well, the stress dreams thing... Yeah, for me, I'll have, this is pretty common. I've talked to a lot of people who have a similar dream, but I'll have a dream where I actually didn't graduate from college. But the reason why is like in the dream, basically.
That would be unimaginable, huh?
Yeah, like that would be so fucked up if you didn't graduate. No, the dream, what's stressful about it is the dream is like I somehow realize or figure out that like I didn't take a class I was supposed to take like 2 years ago.
Yeah. And they're redacting.
And they're like, oh, you never got it.
Yeah.
And you have to come back and do a test.
I mean, that's a classic kind of stress dream.
But here's what's cool about it. It's realistic enough that usually what happens is I think it's true for like 15 seconds after waking up in the real world. And I go like I'm going about my normal morning routine. Like I get up and I'm like, how am I going to, should I call the registrar?
Yeah.
How am I going to solve this? And then I'm like, wait, what the fuck am I talking about? What?
I have those with like work stress dreams where I wake up and I'm like, oh, where, like my boss, like, oh, he's pissed.
I should text him.
Yeah, or it's just like you're still thinking like, how am I going to solve this? How am I going to solve this problem? And then you're like, thank God I'm in bed. This is actually really good that I'm just in bed. I guess it's
Yeah.
You start to wake up. Is what happens.
You start to actually wake up.
Yeah.
Start to rejoin the living.
I hate that feeling, but the feeling of relief is pretty nice.
It is.
Yeah.
When I realized that I graduated
and then
years
you're in
ago,
bed and
here's what's also
warm
fucked
in
up.
bed.
Have you been doing this where I said 2 years ago?
I do that kind of thing all the time.
4 years
Yeah,
ago.
I do that kind of thing all the time.
That's scary to me.
Yeah.
That's very frightening. Well, I definitely, this weird thing happened with the COVID timeline specifically.
I think everyone...
Where, I know, I think this is common too, but like when I think about stuff that happened right before COVID started, or like during the first maybe 6 months of it, if I said, I might accidentally go, that happened last year. I might say something like that.
Yeah.
I might go like, oh, well, last year I went to this place, and I went there in like December 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I clear that from those years are like not part of my memory.
They became like 1 year.
And then, yes, absolutely.
2020 to 2022 became 1 year.
I would say the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Kind of 1 year.
It became 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I almost
which is really cool as like a young person.
Yeah.
Is
to
that
feel
like
you
3
lost
years,
time.
like kind of like you lost 2
Well,
years.
it's also cool if you were like doing something else during those 3 years that like kind of
maybe
made
something
the time
productive.
Well, no, I'm saying that what's also cool is if you were someone who was imbibing a substance perhaps or something that kind of makes time compress even further.
Yeah.
And then those 3 years.
Well, some people go back to school. Like some people like start going to school from home during a pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, some people they
what if you woke up
get like into a yoga practice.
But what if you woke up at like 11 a.m.
But maybe
and got McDonald's though?
Maybe you know
for like just a couple years
get into like something a little hard.
Yeah.
You know, something a little hard that like
just wee hard.
Just a bit hard.
Yeah.
Just hard enough to make you go outside in sweatpants.
Yeah.
And like your sweatpants are hanging down and you're like kind of like passing out and stuff.
Just hard enough.
Kind of nodding.
Just hard enough to be like, I don't have to put on normal pants to go to Stater Bros.
Yeah.
I can go fully in sweats.
Right.
But what's cool is so then those 3 years that became 1 year, then they almost become nothing at all. They almost become like a void in your mind.
And you come back around to a positive.
Yeah,
when
because
there's a void, that's almost a positive essentially.
It's like I just graduated.
Yeah.
It's like I just moved here.
If living is constant suffering, right? We live in a constant state of suffering.
If living is constant suffering and we just agree to that a priori.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
that's just true.
And 3 years become a void.
Then it's kind of awesome.
Then it's actually a positive.
Right.
Net positive.
Yeah,
right?
it's definitely not like the deepest sadness and regret of all time. Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
To lose 3 years of youth is smart.
Yeah.
Although I do think a lot of times like which I guess I think it's good to go like people have lost a lot
I feel
more.
Like Werner would agree that
people
life
have lost a lot
is constant
more,
suffering. Wouldn't you think?
But I don't know that I'd agree to that.
No, I'm saying Werner. That's kind of a Werner mindset.
that life is constant suffering.
Yeah.
What I've listened to on this tape was so cool. What if when he leaned in the Bear movie, when he listens to the tape of Timothy Treadwell dying, he leans into his mom and he's like, "You must upload this to LiveLeak right now. That was so cool." Werner Herzog's a huge gore head. Werner Herzog loves gore. Look at this. This Chinese man got caught in an industrial lathe. Werner Herzog.
It was so awesome.
It was so awesome. It would be cool if we could find a way to bring up Werner Herzog every episode.
I'm trying.
But check out, like,
come on, I'm trying.
He made the one we referenced last time, the one where it's just like the oil explosions, and then Werner Herzog makes a movie that's just like all gore from like LiveLeak and gore sites, and he's
just
going
his analysis of gore.
Now in this one, the baby gets hit by a car. Oh, ew. Oh my God. That one was so messed up. This one, okay. This one's from El Salvador. Total nightmare fuel.
It's kind of a weird format for him because it's just like a react video.
Oh my God, Werner Herzog doing live YouTube reacts.
He's doing on Twitch.
Well, he's doing like, do you know like the YouTube genre now that's like reacting to truly anything?
Yeah.
Like famous music. I've liked these thumbnails I've seen that are like, it could just be anything. It's like it's like tons of YouTube videos to be like, what's the name of the guy who does a tiptoe through the forest?
Tiny Tim.
It'll be like two cool teens. It'll be like reacting to Tiny Tim for the first. It's just any media from all of time.
Yeah.
And then it's like them going like,
yeah.
And then every single one goes the same way where they listen and they're like, okay, this is kind of good.
Yeah.
But Werner Herzog doing a reaction channel.
That's always great about reacts videos. Just like
they're all the same.
It's like, okay, I see now. Yeah, great.
There's something to this.
I guess we all kind of agree, huh?
I guess we're in a consensus, all of us on the internet.
I guess I'm going to go ahead and agree with the consensus on this one.
I guess the vaccine's like
kind of
pretty
weird.
good.
It's like outsider music, but it's actually there's something kind of good about it.
I guess I'm getting boosted. I like to kind of poison it. The
outsider vaccine?
The outsider vaccine.
Like outsider art.
I guess I'm going to go get the Chinese Sinovac. I guess I'm going to get Sputnik 5.
Sputnik, yeah.
Sputnik, naming your vaccine Sputnik is dope.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Could have been cool to name it like Leica. So like the name of the dog that went into space.
I always thought it was Leica.
No, that's spelled. It's the camera brand. I'm talking about Leica. I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's move on. Let's move on from pronunciation.
Go ahead.
I shouldn't find
actually. You know what?
I don't even
Instead
know.
of moving on, let's go ahead and say bye, everybody.
Smooth operator, dude. 50. Yeah, that's long enough.
See ya, everybody.